For me, fluency means fluency doesn't mean speed. Okay. For me, fluency means accuracy. What I meant by here, they might have a different meaning. I'm not going their dictionary meaning over here. Okay. But here, if you're taking a pause and making your speaking accurate, which means satisfactory, another word I'm including, satisfactory to yourself, that is where you are accurate and fluent speaker. And you are absolutely right, they are smooth, they are fluent, but they do silly errors. That is not because they do not know, that is what they were in speed, that is where their accuracy gets hampered.
So, hello, very good afternoon, ma'am. How are you doing today?
Hi Shiv, I'm doing well, what about you?
Yes, ma'am, I'm fit as a fiddle and doing fantabulous in my life. Thanks for your kind concern.
Hmm. Sounds great. Before we move ahead, I would request you to call me by my name. This is Kirti. You can call me by my name.
Okay, fine. That's fine. I'll call you Kirti only. So,
Thanks.
as this is our first interaction, so I want you to introduce yourself.
For sure. Hi everyone, this is Kirti Gola, the founder of Profound Careers. Basically, Profound Careers is all about Brazilian Portuguese, soft skill training, spoken English, and career counseling. Talking about my professional experience, I have been in this particular field from last 4 years, where I have been fortunate enough to train more than 800 students nationally and internationally. This is pretty much about me. If you have got any questions, Shiv, you can ask.
No, ma'am, thanks for giving your introduction. It was really nice to hear your introduction from your side. And
Thank
let me quickly introduce myself as well.
for sure.
My name is Shiv, and I born and raised in Uttarakhand from northern part of India. And my profession is I'm a government employee. As far as my academic qualification concerned, I'm done with my master in English, master in commerce, and this year I'm pursuing my master in economics. And in addition to this, I do teach English to beginners and intimate speakers through different online applications as an unofficial English trainer. And I run my own YouTube channel by the name of English with Teacher Shiv, where I upload spoken English content and some one-to-one conversational videos. So that's all from my side.
Sounds good.
Yeah, thank you. So, well, I do have some questions for you. So, if you allow me, so let's continue with my questions. Shall I?
Please.
Yes. So, ma'am, I just want to know from your side that there are many learners and there are many beginners who have been trying their best in order to master English, in order to master communication, but still they are not able to see that level of progress they have decided in their initial stage. And they are not even happy with their performance and their progress. I just want to know from your side why, what could be the reasons behind it, and how they can meet the level they are expecting from their effort, which they are putting in order to reach out that level.
First of all, that's a very good question, and I see many people are struggling with the same. To answer that question, I feel first the interest should be there. Second, the consistency. Consistency is the key to master anything to everything. There might be possibility that they are trying their level best, but whatever area of the language they want to improve, they are or they might not be practicing that area as much as it is needed to improve. Let's take an example. You want to work on your speaking skills, but you are practicing your listening. Not a single hour, maybe 5 minutes a day you are practicing your speaking. So when you are not practicing your speaking, I really don't think so you would be able to improve. In order to get the desired result, they must put themselves completely into the language so that they can get the result whatever they have aimed for or whatever they have decided. That's what I would say about it.
Well, that's really true. And yes, the same thing I can resonate with your statement as you have stated just now. Until unless you don't have that fire inside you, until unless you don't have that particular goal that why you are learning this language, if your why is not clear, you cannot master it the way you're expecting from your side. And
Agree.
you have rightly said it. And
Even
next thing is
just
that,
add,
yes,
may I? Yeah. Just to add in the previous statement, there are 5 students in one batch I teach, but it is not at all always possible, or it doesn't even happen in journal that all 5 are improving at the same pace. Why? The reason is the number of hours they are giving, the amount of time they are giving in learning. There's a student who has reached level 5 in reading within a month, but there is a student who is at level 1 within a month. So they both had the same time, but the amount of hours or the number of hours they gave, that brought them to the level what they wanted to be.
yeah, true. I can see eye to eye your statement, whatever you have stated. And out of the box, I just want to know from your side, for example, if a beginner, a learner will come to you and he will ask you that he wants to learn English from you. What are your strategies that you come up with to train him in a proficient way? Because as you have been training so many students. So, what are the basic strategies do you follow?
The very first strategy I follow is to ask, why do you want to learn? When I get to know his or her why, thereafter, I get to know what is his or her confidence level. Okay, when he or she thinks that I can't speak, first of all, I remove the negative beliefs, which is very very important in order to move further with the journey. Because no matter how much efforts I put, but until the learner tries, I can't even help the person. So these two are my very first strategies. Thereafter, I take 4 days where I help them with the tools, which are all about listening practice, reading practice, writing practice, and speaking practice. And every single day, I ask them to share their progress in the WhatsApp group I create when I start the batch. And this has been seen from past 4 years that within a month or two, they are able to speak. I am not saying they are able to speak fluently, but they are able to express themselves up, down, left, right, but they are. So these are the strategies I use to help them out initially. Then by the time I cater a lot of topics which help them to improve the language, particularly the structure, be it the grammar structure or the spoken structure of phrases and other things.
Wow, that's really incredible. Basically, what I got from your point of view, that's first of all, you just evaluate them that what is the level they have, where they are stucking, what kind of flaws and shortcomings they have in their spoken English, and then you develop a kind of confidence and self-belief system among them that yes, it's just a language, not a rocket science, so you can learn it anyhow, right?
Got me. Yeah.
Okay, that's great. And third thing, I hope you have heard many trainers and mentors. They have been advising their students that if you really want to speak English in a natural way, in a very organic way, so all you have to do is you should not follow the traditional and conventional method of translation. Rather, you should go for the modern technique of think in English. But again, my question for you is that how one can develop a habit of thinking English? What he
Very
has to do?
wonderful question, and I can completely resonate with it because I started my journey with the same. Talking about your question, it's as simple as anything. Probably we all have our native languages. When somebody really wants to learn, they would try to actually convert their Hindi activities into English. Eating in English, sleeping in English, walking in English, talking in English. What I meant by these 4 sentences is, let's say you're planning your day or you're thinking, everybody talks to themselves. More than we talk to the third person, we talk to ourselves. Isn't it? We do, right? So rather than saying that okay, I am going to do it in Hindi, you can think all of your thoughts in English. Now When you're doing it, you may or may not know whether it is grammatically correct or not. That is completely okay. Why? Here you are building the skill of expressing yourself. First strategy. Second is, the more you actually speak your feelings out in English, the much good communicator you would be. So at night, you can write your good, bad, worst, whatever happened in the day. Because our life or the days are all about what we feel, what we do, what he did to me, what she did to me. And when you're able to express that, you are good to go and speak out there. And that is what I never say go and learn the higher level of vocabulary, go and start speaking like a native. No, the more natural you are speaking, the much naturality will be visible in your speaking. So the more you see your surrounding and the more words you know to related to your daily life, the much naturality will be there in your spoken English. This is what I feel.
That's really great. It means that no one else is going to do it for us. We have to take charge of this. And if you want to learn how I can think English, I have to do it by my own. No matter how I'm going to do it, but I have to do it. So I need to observe the environment around me. I have to explain things in English, outside my mouth or inside my mouth. That depends where I am actually, because sometimes you are at some places where you cannot speak everything in English out of your mouth because people are going to laugh at you, as especially when you are at a beginner level. And this kind of hesitation people have. That's what I feel, but still you can just cook a story inside your brain, whatever you see, like calendar, picture, poster, the domestic item which you have at your home. You can start thinking about all this stuff in English,
Not
right?
only, yeah, absolutely, not only thinking. I remember when I was learning, what I used to do, let's say you are able to see that particular certificate, right? I would just look at that and I would start describing. Okay, this has silver color. It has my name and blah blah blah. So whatever I could see in that in the past or in the object, I used to describe them. So what it used to do, no matter whether I have third person or not, but at that time I actually did not have anybody to practice. Now we have a lot of resources to practice. When I started, I didn't have anyone to practice. It to actually everything happened inside, and more of it I used to speak out loud. Even till date I have the habit of speaking to my laptop, phone, mic, everything. I actually speak likewise. A lot of people say that what are you talking, at times I have to say I am not talking to you, I'm talking to my things. So we need to find our own way to do it. It's okay if people say mad. At the end of the day, when they are able to see the result, they will be the same people who would appreciate you 10 times a day.
Wow, that's really great. And I think you have spilled the beans, or spill the beans about your fluency, the way you are speaking right now. I think this could be the secret that you start in the way as you have suggested to me as well, or for everyone who will watch this video. And thank you. Now, my another question for you, it's something related to my doubt only. I know about two accents. One is American, the second one is British, and the third one, like we are our Indian accent. But I just want to know from your side, if someone will ask you what is neutral accent, first question, like what is neutral accent, and on with the first conversation, how will you know that the person with whom I'm talking, does he have neutral accent, yes or no? What are the basic criteria you have set for that?
To answer this question, I will only speak the same strategy. Until and unless you are able to understand the person's pronunciation, which is correct, that is the neutral accent. Okay? When the person is speaking correct, either be it American, British, or maybe any accent, that is the neutral accent. Because we, again, English is the second language for us. Okay? If you are picking any word, maybe it is pronounced differently in British or it is pronounced differently in American, but you are picking what you felt comfortable with. So that is your neutral accent. There are several words which I actually pronounce so differently, and when my listeners and even students listen to me, they say either it is correct or what is she speaking. But they know the same word in different manner, but I pronounce when I know I am correct, no matter what you have to think, okay, you're right. So there are, even if you see on Instagram, there are many Indian speakers who have the very great accent. When you watch their comments in their videos, people are there to demotivate. They have written, why are you faking the accent? No, it's not. It is something they have built very hard way. So it is
Correct.
actually not that they are faking. It is their neutral way to express themselves with whatever strategy they have learned. And that is why in my sessions, I never say you go with American, British, any accent. You have your accent, what your tongue feels comfortable with. Maybe there is a word status. Your tongue is able to catch that, but I have picked for myself status, which is correct. Maybe I am, even I don't know whether it is American pronunciation or British, but I speak status. And it has happened when I was in my one of the, like in my previous jobs, I don't remember. There was a person who argued with me. It's status. I said I picked this one status. Then they checked, it was correct. On the spot, they checked, it was correct. In British, it was somewhere status, and in somewhere it another one was status. So how you want to stand out, that matters. And if you are standing out, that is your natural pronunciation.
Okay, it means as long you are understandable to your audience, that's totally fine. Then no matter which accents do you follow, everything is perfectly
Absolutely.
okay.
Again, I would like to mention this is just a language to communicate like your native language. Even a lot of us do not know nicely our native language. What's your native?
Hindi, of
Same
course.
here.
I'm from
Really think we guys use or speak Hindi so well? No. We
we
speak
don't.
like so pathetic Hindi, like which is not even there, right? We have made our own Hindi. If we see the accurate Hindi, which is very, very, good, but
Difficult.
we speak very fast Hindi that half of the words we eat.
Yeah.
So in the similar
Yeah.
manner, this is a new language for us. Nobody, I wouldn't say nobody can master it, but everybody would have any area to improve in this language if it is your second language. That is all I would say.
Yeah, that's true, and I'm totally agree with you. And thank you for giving this very articulated and captivating answer. And I'm really glad, like at least someone is there to whom I can resonate my thoughts, what I feel about this particular question which I've asked you about accent and this neutral pronunciation. Now, my next question for you is: there are many beginners, co-learners, just because they are new to this language and this language is new to them, so in the initial days, they make mistake, but people tend to judge them when they are making fun of them. I want you to tell me that how they can keep on motivated themselves, that they would not even going to affected by that kind of criticism, humiliation, as they have been getting from different people. What they can do.
I think here mindset would matter a lot. You need to have the strong mindset first of very all. And relating with my one of the previous questions you asked, why? If your why is so clear, then you would not think about the people. You would think about what your aim is to learn this language. Okay, talking about the criticism, it's okay, let them. At least you are trying. They are not even doing that, and that is where they are at the place of criticizing and you are at the place of learning. And it reminds me of one of the comments in some on my in my one of the podcasts. There is somebody who has written, I don't remember the name, that these are the tips to be mastered as a child in the US. I wanted to reply from my bottom of the heart that that is why you are sitting in India, but I didn't want to, because see, it is his perspective or it is one of his ways to pull our leg, whosoever was hosting and who I was the actually guest over there. So I didn't mind. Either it is up to me, oh, I have to be depressed. Oh my God, why he wrote that? Did I speak something wrong? Was there anything wrong? Why did he? On the other hand, there were 10 or 20 different positive statements too about me. That the guest speaker was good, this she motivated, blah blah blah. So it is up to me whether I have to focus on 10 positive or that one negative. And I'm sure you do have the surrounding or the people who do see, okay, if you're working, good job, you're doing it great. If not,
Well,
have the
actually.
pep talk, good job, you're doing great.
No, that's really great, and I'm damn sure the whoever will watch this video will definitely gonna got that motivation they are looking for. And one common question, actually, I have asked this question plenty of teachers and professional speakers as well, but still, I just want to know your perspective about it.
For sure.
There are two terminologies. The one is accuracy, the second one is fluency. What do you think? Like, which one is more important? As accuracy itself is related to your grammar, and fluency is related to your understanding. Means you are speaking, though you are making mistake, but you are not stucking and you are not fumbling at all. So, what do you think about it? Which one is more important and why?
I will just speak in one statement. When you are accurate, you are automatically fluent.
Somewhere I agree with it, but some of my disagreement. I've seen many people, they speak English fluently, but now it depends what is fluency means for them, meant for them.
Ab-
So again, they speak like smoothly, and they don't even stuck. They speak like in a natural way, and they are understandable as well. They use a good range of vocabs, but yes, somewhere they make mistakes
Grammar
that
is for that.
anyone can easily point out.
So here
So
I sorry to interrupt you. Here I would just maybe answer your question nicely. I spoke in one statement only. What I meant by my statement was, for me, fluency means fluency doesn't mean speed. Okay, for me, fluency means accuracy. What I meant by here, they might have a different meaning. I'm not going their dictionary meaning over here. Okay, but here, if you're taking a pause and making your speaking accurate, which means satisfactory, another word I'm including, satisfactory to yourself, that is where you are accurate and fluent speaker. And you are absolutely right, they are smooth, they are fluent, but they do silly errors. That is not because they do not know, that is what they were in speed, that is where their accuracy gets hampered.
and when I have seen those who are accurate at the cost of attaining that level of accuracy because they want to speak correct, they take a lot of pauses, they fumble, and just because of that fumbleness, that struckness, somewhere they lose their confidence. And in fact, sometimes they're just out of their thoughts as well. Their mind goes blank. Because somewhere I feel that when you are going to focus a lot towards your accuracy, means I have to speak correctly, I have to use grammar accurately, then your mind would be divided into two different parts. One, who is actually checking that am I speaking correct or wrong? Shall I use have, has, does, do? And the second part of brain is accumulating the content which you have to speak. Now, to some extent, you can sail in a boat and you can think that I can cross a river. But at a certain point, you need to choose only one boat in order to cross the river. So that's what I meant. What is more important?
Here at beginner level, if what you are talking happens at beginner level or maybe can happen at B1 level. But if somebody is at B2 level or maybe above that, I am sure it wouldn't happen. You're talking of a person who is at a basic level. Okay, I'm sure if you are having the level B2 or maybe above that, you really don't have to think do, does, has, have, if I have to use conditional, active, passive, direct, indirect. No, you will be completely focusing on what you have to speak. And if you are running out of the thoughts, it means you do not have the content related to that topic. There are two different scenarios in that. I would say, let's say I am the beginner right now. I have the very great knowledge about the topic or the question you asked me, but being a beginner, my priority is to speak accurately, because right now I am training my brain that okay, if this is the situation, you have to speak in these sentences. Okay, that's where taking a pause and focusing on accuracy is very good, because that is a stage to train your brain. On the other hand, I hope I am audible.
Yes, you are.
Oh yeah, because your video went, so I had to confirm. Okay. On the other hand, there is a person who has mastered and trained the brain in these aspects. Then if he or she is getting stuck, that doesn't mean he or she is focusing on accuracy. He or she doesn't have the content to speak on the question you asked.
Okay. Yes, I got your point. What exactly you wanted to say, and somewhere, yes, that's correct. If I don't have content, so no matter how much good at my spoken English, I couldn't speak. I would be stuck.
Absolutely.
I would start
Uh,
trembling. That's for sure.
Absolutely. Even there are times, let's say you ask me the question which is out of my domain. I may or may not be able to speak, or maybe I'm able to speak only two lines. So that doesn't mean I'm not a good speaker. That simply means I had a limited content about that particular question you asked. Now you ask me the question in my domain. I will speak 1 page, 2 page, 1 hour, 2 hours. Now I am the same speaker. But the situation is, earlier I didn't have the content to speak on. Now I am the master of my field, so I will speak for hours and hours. So it completely depends on the situation, and the situation you put me in was about the beginner accuracy one. Because being at advanced level, still you are thinking of the accuracy, then you are not at advanced level. You need to still check, or the person needs to check his or her level. This is what I think, and I have been observing in my training sessions.
Wow, that's really great. Now, finally, you hit the nail on the head. You have concluded everything, and that's really great. Yes,
Thank
that's all from my side that I wanted to ask. If you have anything to ask, you can ask. Otherwise, I can then wrap up.
Not at this point. If I have, we can have another session and we can go about it.
Okay, ma'am. So thank you for giving your
Tomorrow,
precious time and connecting with me. Whatever you have shared, that was really imperative and indispensable for me and for those as well who are going to watch this video, because I myself have learned so many things from your side. And thank you for enlightening me and my viewers with your vast knowledge and experience. Thank you.
thank you very much for inviting. It was really fruitful conversation. As stated, thank you for asking the wonderful question, and thanks a lot.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am. So keep shining. Wish you all the best. See you around. Bye bye.
Same to you. Bye bye.